Hello and welcome to Be Powerful with Liz and Lee. It's a new day and we're so glad you're here.
So you can expect to hear candid conversations on what it means to be powerful. Live authentically, live in the midst of ups and downs, productively, and above all else, joyfully.
We are so thankful for you, our community of listeners, and we hope you enjoy today's show. Hi, Mother of Dragons.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, Liz.
Hi, Lee. I always say Lee. Yeah, I got my nice, clean Mother of Dragons shirt on that I wore in the studio, sweated profusely, had a meeting, ran to the grocery store, and didn't have time to change, and pretty happy about it.
I love how you started with, I have on a clean shirt, and then proceeded to talk about how dirty it was. And I was in my head going, when have you worn that dirty? But okay, it's dirty.
Yes, you got a little
You
bit
look good.
Thanks.
You're not like a real dirty looking person.
That's good. 'Cause yeah, good.
My daughter told me yesterday, she referenced how everything has an aesthetic now, or you're like she's 14. So it's TikTok, like you're this kind of girly, or you're this kind of girly.
Yeah.
And clean matcha girly is now a thing.
Oh, like me? I'm a clean matcha
No,
girly.
you are not a clean matcha
No,
girly.
I love matcha tea and I'm generally clean.
Yeah, but it's a different look. Like you
Right.
have to have your hair kind of slicked back, gold hoops. You look clean.
God.
You've got on like
Give us a break about this
sporty
TikTok
but
thing.
organized, and you're like at the store with matcha.
I am sporty but organized, and I love matcha. I think I'm one of those.
You're one of those. What am I a girly of?
I have no idea.
Well, make it up. Create your
You're
own.
just prim and proper and clean all the time. Except when you're sweaty, when you really,
I know. I
you
don't
do sweat in the studio. Like you're the classic. You're the classic. Oh God, how do you say this? You don't. You say it's the whole, the
booty sweat.
the booty sweat. You're
It's
the
all
booty
over.
sweat girl.
It's my back of my nape and my neck, my face, my chest.
Yeah.
I sweat all over.
Yeah.
And I just have resigned myself to the fact that, we're streaming some of these, we're zooming some of these, and we're like just ass up in
It's
the
okay.
camera. And I'm like,
That's
oh,
all right.
well.
That's all right.
I work hard, and that's what I do. I'm not going to be able to stop it. Yeah, I look haggard after a workout. There's all these great clients who, go into the bathroom and they put on their dress and they take that little shower bath in there and they come out looking fresh and clean as a daisy. I'm like, Katie, what?
These are also the people that take a picture of themselves after they've just born like 5 children in a row, and they've got on their perfect mascara and their lipstick and their cheek blush, and they're like, I just had a baby. Look. And I'm like, did you? Oh, wow. I mean, I don't know how you do that. And congratulations that you all can do that. I mean, even if I had the makeup in the room, I wouldn't be able to get it on my face. I'd be going, oh my God. Anyway, that would be me. I only had one though, so.
Yeah, and you didn't push, you had a C-section. So acting like
I'm sorry,
you just pushed.
I had major surgery. Thank you very much. Cut right on through that muscle called that transverse abdominis that I work all the time now. And it was a big deal.
Okay.
I went, that's good. We're
That's
good with
good.
kids now. We are good with kids now.
Check it off the list.
Check.
I thought in my head today about giving birth. I mean,
You enjoyed it.
No, it wasn't that bad. I would rather, I think I'd rather give birth once a week than continue to wear these retainers.
Wow. We'd say the name of the
serious.
dentist that is helping you out, but
It's
I don't
not
think
their
we're
fault.
going to
No, it's not. I am like a weird person. They don't work for me. I hate them so much.
Okay. All right. Again, thanks, y'all. We're still on the teeth, and I'm glad we are because
I can't
we might as well be. She's going to, but look how good you look.
I look weird.
No, you don't. You look great.
Okay,
I think you look
thanks.
great. And by the way, if you'd rather give birth, I'd say take those things out and let your teeth go sideways.
I don't want them to go sideways. They were sideways, and I paid to fix them. And now I'm going to try to keep them straight. I just wanted everybody to know. But I literally, speaking of childbirth, I got out of the shower today going,
She'd rather have childbirth than these are
consistently give
These are
childbirth.
retainers, y'all. These are Invisalign. This is not like, I'm having my tooth pulled or something.
No, this is the whole, I know what I am.
What?
I'm a tough and sensitive girly.
Well, that's true. You are a puke and rally and to great heights.
Yeah.
You can do that stuff. I'm
Right.
with you.
But then the mouth is just like, I don't like this. So now we figured it out. You're a clean matcha girly and I'm a puke and rally girly.
I'm just a girly. I'm just happy to
You're
be
a
a
mother
girl.
of
I'm really glad to be a
dragons.
girl is all I know.
Well, welcome home. You left me for a few
Thanks.
days and it was rude, but I survived.
Yeah, my granddaughter and I had a large, long, good girls' weekend down in Palm Beach.
I love
We
it.
had a blast.
It was funny. I was telling a
We
few
had so
people
much
at the
fun.
studio last week, Liz and Aubrey there. It was like a monsoon day when you go,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, this is great. All the flights are going to be canceled. Even if it's not raining, they're all going to be canceled
We were
and
fine.
delayed. And y'all were on the way to the airport. And I said to the surrounding people, Liz and baby Aubrey are on their way to the beach and blah, blah, blah. And they said, oh, what beach? You know, like Bally's, Myrtle. I was like, West Palm.
It was gorgeous. And by the way, we got out fine. We had a 30-minute delay and we hopped on the plane and we're there in an hour and a half or less. It's like an hour and 15.
No, it's like an hour and
It's
45.
no way. No,
Really?
no. It was under an hour and a half. We were in, and the airport, it's just so beautiful in Palm Beach, just so beautiful. And we stayed at the Breakers, which is one of the most beautiful hotels in the planet. It's just
Wow.
incredible. And so, yeah. And she's 11, going to be 12 in October. And I promise you, it was like she was just like hanging with my younger buddy. I mean, she was just so much fun. And not a cross moment, not any of that stuff. I mean,
No tweeny angst.
no, we were kind of on the same page. We were like, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's not do that. Even when we went to the Love Shack Fancy thing, which was super fun, like you had done all those, that research
Yeah, I've done
for
a
us.
lot of work for you.
So we did Love Shack Fancy. We did, what's the one with the monkeys called? Rabbit.
Good.
Something about the rabbit.
Second word. This is like
Just give it to me. Nobody cares. What's the-
charades.
No, rabbit. Something about a rabbit.
What if a rabbit were on skates? What would you call it?
Skating rabbit.
Roller rabbit.
Roller Rabbit. We went to Roller Rabbit, and I almost bought pajamas, but I don't wear them, so I didn't. But Aubrey did, or I bought her some, and she loved them so much she wore them back on the plane.
I know.
We had so much fun. And then I had discovered another store in this little shopping center that we thought was only going to be for her, and
You did some damage.
got in some trouble myself. We had a blast.
You didn't get in trouble. You can do
I
whatever
had a
you
blast.
want.
I definitely can, and I definitely did. I'm not in trouble. I'm just happy. So yeah, that was a great weekend.
Flew, partied, shopped.
Partied.
How was the weather? The
best
beaches,
food? Best
the
food on the
pools?
planet. Best food not on the planet, but best food
Yeah.
in America,
Ooh, okay.
outside of California.
New York?
Honestly,
Like,
West
really?
Palm Beach, we didn't go anywhere bad. We went to two of our hotel things, which you don't have to leave the campus at the Breakers. And then we went up the beach for another one at another place, and it was good. But all the food, it was just fresh, delicious,
Yum.
healthy, and good.
A girls' trip is fun. But I had like appropriate FOMO because I didn't have my kids last week. So it was just me rolling solo.
yeah.
And so I was jealous that y'all were leaving me. But then I like settled in and had a quiet time.
Yeah,
And
until
then my buddies from the studio.
Until you didn't. Y'all had
No, we had a great time.
I had a great time here. The trainers.
Not
Sort of like,
everybody. I didn't want to make this sound like we were doing a trainer event because that's not fair
No.
to the people.
There's a couple
but
of the girls
who
who
was in
happened to be
town.
trainers.
Two of my friends came over.
Yeah. And then a person that actually wasn't. But anyway.
And I really, they're younger and I did a great job.
Hey,
Staying with them.
you're preaching to the choir, girl. I mean, I am definitely always the older person. You just
But they
have
were
to
doing
roll.
these dances to songs that I didn't know.
You just didn't know. Welcome to being older. You're now that you're 44.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cry Me a River. So
But then y'all got back and I was really excited to see you. And then here we are.
Well, yeah, we are happy to be here. I'm just happy to be alive with my incredible, every day I'm alive that I have my granddaughter and have you and my daughter. Just, life is good.
I know. And I think reflection, not ology, although that would feel good. Well, feet or head reflexology would feel good. Reflecting. I mean, a couple people said, Liz, adopt me. And,
Oh, yeah.
y'all are having a great time and living the life. And not every day is a party or a travel. But the fact that you are able as a 69-year-old grandmother to really just go party with your 11-year-old and be vibrant and healthy and feel good and move well and enjoy that is really special. It's special for you. It's special for her to have the health to create those memories. And I feel bad for people who are not in as good as shape as you. And it's not always genetic. It's what you've put your life towards is being healthy. all the vanity, yes, but I mean, of course you look great, but it's to live a long life.
Yeah.
And within that life, have your health be good, not just mediocre or just aging a little bit, but like really good.
I agree.
And so we should talk about that a little.
Yeah, I think we should because, a friend of mine brought home to me like saying, wow, my grandmother was never able, she was high blood pressure, heart disease, whatever it was, able to even do anything with us. And some of, that's not, I'm not living my life on luck. I'm living my life on conscious decisions that I make every single day. And the number one thing that I have done in my life is to choose to move my body and to work out.
Right.
And the number two thing that I have chosen is to have only good relationships in my life. And but if I had to pick one, well, I don't want to pick one, but I know that the workout that I do, and it's not about Hilliard City Method, this is about working out, moving your body, no matter what your workout is one of the keys to the fact that I thought at 69 when I was young that I would probably be dead, but if not dead, just old and decrepit and, fat and sitting around. And I could
sedentary and unhappy or
right.
I mean, your father died when he was
62, died of a massive heart attack. Well, he didn't, he died of the second heart attack that killed him. My mother was obese. She died at 81 after having survived Legionnaire's disease, which affected her liver. She actually had hepatitis C, all kinds of things, but hers stemmed from high blood pressure.
Okay.
She was obese, had high blood pressure. Lots of genetics are in my family that are very, very bad. Everything from alcoholism to heart disease to diabetes, all of those things. So my genetic makeup is not a high score. My genetic makeup says, you'll be lucky, you know? But I know, and I've proven it to myself, and now I think everybody knows this through the research that's been done, is you get to control, you're handed a set of cards when you're born. You get to decide how you play those cards.
Right.
And I played my cards as well as I could at every moment of my life. And when I figured out that I wanted to feel good and look good, I started working out. I'll say this, I started working out because of the vanity of it.
Sure.
And I was in my late 30s, early 40s, I wanted to look good. And then I started feeling better and I went, well, I'm just going to feel good in the 40s. And in the 50s, I'm like, well, hell, this is great.
Yeah.
I look good, I feel good. I'm going to create this workout, created Hilliard Studio Method. And now that I'm in my 60s, rolling into 70 this year, I'm just doing it just for the sheer, watch this.
Now you're just showing off.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
I feel good, and who knows what can happen.
Of course.
But no,
you're doing all the things that you can.
Right.
As prevention versus diagnostic. And what our healthcare system does is, just diagnose and pop you on medicine instead of preventative health, controlling your sleep habits, your stress levels, and then what you consume and how you move your body.
Right. And it is way past time for our medical system to change that gear. If anybody's got trouble with sleep, it's me. I'm wound tight a lot. And I literally can't take sleep per se medication anymore because it makes me kind of crazy. Yeah. So we got to do the things like put the right nutrition what I do is put the nutrition in my body that at least gives me a fair chance. So that when I do wake up in the middle of the night, at some point I'll be able to go back to sleep.
Right. At the Be Powerful podcast, we love a good spray tan. As we head back to school, summertime begins to fade. Our tans don't have to. No Shade Spray Tanning keeps us glowing all year round, and they're here to keep you glowing all year round. No Shade now has 2 salon locations in Charlotte, one at South Park, one in Birkdale. And we're giving you a special discount code for $10 off any salon spray tan. When you go to noshadespraytanning.com, you're going to choose the South Park or Birkdale location, make your appointment, and at checkout, enter code HSM10. HSM10 for $10 off that salon spray. No Shade continues to offer their amazing mobile services, which cover now all of Charlotte and all of Greensboro with no travel fees. Thank you to our friends at No Shade Spray Tan. Y'all, tell them we sent you for $10 off. Use code HSM10.
There were times in my 30s and 40s, really 40s and especially early 50s, before I really started doing my bioidentical hormones,
Yep,
which
very
we've
important
talked
part.
about before, that I would wake up in these cold sweats and I could not go back to sleep at all. And so what would doctors say to me? Well, all you need is some sleep. Here's a sleeping pill. Here's a Ambien. Wow. Have y'all taken those? I mean, there a lot of people need to do them now and then. And, I have them in my medicine cabinet for a flight, but even on our flights,
No.
I haven't done it.
Right. I mean, and I've even heard things too about how just even the pharmaceutical side of it and the testing of, putting women on a medication versus men, and that'll do, not tested on women where you're going to take it and it's going to be very different. So, I mean, there's so many, I don't even know where to begin, but I mean, it certainly is a problem that we're not going to solve in a day as far as affordability, the types of things doctors are supposed to be trained for, and how we treat with medication and not holistically, that's kind of a big umbrella to begin to fix. So we have to take control of our own health. Well, what can we control?
Right.
Our own health.
I think you're right. And I know you're right, because women have had to do that. Women have had to do their own research in hormones, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, because no one has tested these things on women or even regular medication. But now it's time for the general public to do that, because our medical industry, which is really run by our pharmaceutical industry, and if you don't believe that, just open a little bit of research and
we all know money runs it.
You will see that, there's a lot of, your insurance is not going to pay for you to go work out, but it's going to pay for you to have cancer treatment, right? It's just interesting what the systems that are in place are all about, keeping us in disease, in malaise, and being off balance and being out of kilter about how strong we really, our bodies know what's good for us.
Right. Well, okay. So let me ask you a question on the other side of that coin then. If we're talking about, I'm not trying to poo-poo medication and medicine, right? Like you and your doctor need to do everything you need to do. But the point really is about that prevention aspect. And how do you defend, qualify hormone replacement therapy in that same conversation?
Boy, that's laughable. I mean, you talk about hormone therapy.
Well, they just get a bad rap. I know it's laughable, but
it's laughable as in everybody's like says, we've got the answer. Nobody has the answer on this, because the research is being done as fast as it can. But who's not paying for it is nobody's paying for research, because it's not a drug, right? The pharmaceutical companies are not paying to, or maybe,
I don't know. Like it is a drug. I mean, right? Like hormones are the bioidentical
hormones. Okay, let's just back the hell up, right? Okay. These are compounded drugs. They have to be compounded because nobody else has put any. You literally, when I started, I'm 69. When I started doing bioidentical hormone replacement, I was 51. You would have thought I was going to a witch doctor with a bone through his nose and was going to die within months of breast cancer. Literally, my own doctor told me that's the worst thing you could do for yourself. Well, it's apparently not, because I've been doing it now I can't do the math, but I've been doing it now for close to 20 years, 18 years. I did a lot of research before I went to this particular doctor, and he had written a book about it. And he was one of the most, and is still one of the most controversial doctors. And his practice is thriving today, even though he's retired, because the medical community has come around. Now, there's still no definitive, and you can go to, people always ask me, which doctor to go to? Go to your doctor first and ask them what their thought on it. And if they say absolutely not, you're just going to have to work yourself with it. I want you to walk away from that doctor. I want you to find a new doctor. You don't just have to go through menopause, or I don't know the other word for the man one, but Absolutely.
either.
There are treatments, there are ways to not fix it. You're not trying to fix your body. What you're trying to do is add hormone
Balance.
replacement to balance out the systems of the body. So I'm not a doctor. I can't explain.
Sure.
There's more than progesterone, estrogen, and testosterone, which are the three that I have done in pellets about every, 4 to 6 months. And it took a minute to learn which ones those were. And it's important.
And there's that balance between the hormones. I mean, I think if a doctor puts you on one, I do know that there's, what's the word?
For instance,
if you have only extra progesterone, then you need to balance that out with either estrogen or testosterone. You shouldn't just be slapped on one without a conversation about how the rest of the body handles that.
And a lot of the earlier treatments were just adding estrogen.
Right.
Women went, why am I gaining so much weight? Because it wasn't balanced out with the testosterone and the progesterone that the body requires, and everybody's body is different. So people generally some people will need more, some people will be less. And it's not a simple science.
Right.
It's a complicated science, but it just so happens that women are the ones that have menopause and suffer through the symptoms of menopause. And that hasn't seemed very important to the medical community. That's why we've become our own advocates. And in the greater picture of medical science, we all have to, men and women need to be our own advocates, because when you look at the big picture of pharmaceuticals and the medical community, nobody's really paying attention to your interests, men or women. They're paying attention to the top line, bottom line of who's making money and which drug is selling the best, as we can know by watching on Netflix or whatever it's on right now about the whole debacle with OxyContin. I started watching that last night. And it was disturbing. It was I could barely watch it.
Well, I mean, hormone replacement therapy is expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And that's because we're not.
Insurance doesn't want to touch it.
Yeah.
No, insurance does not want to touch it. Why doesn't insurance pay for you to go to Hilliard Studio Method? They should.
Truly.
They really should. But instead, they're going to pay for you to be on high blood pressure medication. There's new science that literally states the best controlling agent for high blood pressure. They even named the disease, the exercises. One was wall sits, working your leg muscles, right? The other one was planks. Okay, we just happen to do both.
check. We're good.
So, and that's better for you for high blood pressure. But I wonder if your doctor knows that. And by the way, they could have already come out with a new paper that says something different. Maybe you should stand on your head. I don't know. I doubt that for blood pressure. But I go to my own doctor, which I respect. But I question them. Question he or she. It's because aging is not for, my mother said this to me, aging is not for sissies. And I mean, not when you're 20, 30, 40, set yourself up for aging.
That's what I was just in my head. Set yourself up.
And you're doing it right here.
Well, I'm just trying as hard as I can. And I'm like, you're in charge of me.
You told me the other day, you're like, I don't know what all this stuff is you do, but you just got to make sure you're writing this shit down, because I need to know.
I need to know.
Yeah. I need
to know. And I'm not there yet. And we've talked about my, taking Lexapro. And we had a conversation about that, because the other day, I said, I feel like I've been on that long enough. Like, I want to come off that under the guidance of my doctor, who's great. And it's about, managing the other parts of my life that impact that. I mean, when I did get on it, she explained it as, an antidepressant that, if the glass is full and it's just kind of always overflowing, like being on this low dose of this medication will help kind of manage that. But at this point, I'd like to come off that and learn how to manage that physically on my own. And maybe I can't.
I wouldn't come off of it to manage it. I would try to find out what's
yes.
What is that underlying things that causes your body to be out of balance?
Yeah.
You don't want to go imbalance yourself and then figure it out.
No,
I don't think.
Right.
I mean, I'm the doctor.
Well, that's
again,
what I should have. Yeah. Hopefully I've been working on the past year and a half of whatever, 2 years I've been on this.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think people that are doing these kind of drugs should be you should not be beating
No,
up
I'm not trying to, but I am saying I would rather not take that pill if I can. And like you said, learn the other ways.
Like,
I mean, when she diagnosed it, she was like, here's a book to read also.
No, can we just stop for a minute?
Yeah.
Stop talking about books and pills.
You just were. You were talking about hormones
I want to
and
say
books.
something.
Okay.
Something physiologically is going on in your body to cause you to be off balance. Now, yes, that might be caused by something going on in your mental and all that sort of thing, your emotions, but there's physiology in your body that is causing it to be off balance.
Right.
Somebody needs to tell you what that is.
I don't know that anyone can unless you live with me all the time, right?
I live with you almost all the time.
Well, so you tell me, right? So I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's exactly what we're talking about. What we put in our body, the sleep we get, how we spend our time, our stress levels, like all those energies are going to impact our body one way or the other. So perhaps I don't have that balance. Maybe it is more psychological therapy. Maybe it is more how I react and handle it. I agree with you 100%.
Good.
What I'm saying is the goal would be to get to the bottom of that, right? And then go, okay,
Yeah.
I don't have to necessarily have that medication because I've got it managed.
Right.
And maybe I stay on it. I'm not right or wronging or need to do anything.
Right.
But
what if some of we think things that are so complicated in our lives, what if it was just simply to a matter of, maybe you're just like need a different food or different, just whatever is. I mean, again, I wish we all would just listen a little closer to what everything makes us feel like, whether it's an interaction with a person, whether it's a physical pain from doing something, physically, workout or whatever it is. But what is that reaction in your body?
right.
When is it that we just push through those reactions and we go, well, I can't let that bother me right now. I just have to push through and take care of this other thing.
I think we're doing a lot of that.
We are, yeah.
As a society.
Right. Because nobody feels good after they go to a fast food restaurant or
Right.
Nobody feels good. Your taste buds are all excited when it's happening, but
Sure.
nobody feels like, yay, my body feels great. Listen to your body. You're not if you're having to take antacids all the time, why?
Right. Right.
Why? So what's going on with the body?
Right. I mean, we've talked about this with the challenge group today a little bit, in that intuitive nature of your own health. And I know that we've come out of the COVID years.
This is vodka, by the way. Just kidding. Swatter.
We've come out of pandemic years where that super impacted all of us. And, how we manage stress. We are constantly bombarded by not great information in the world that coming across our screens and our televisions and the airwaves. And so how do we handle that? We do close our eyes, power through, numb ourselves, whatever. And so the practice of wholeness and wellness is so much bigger. It's intuitive. It's slowing down. It's addressing the problems.
And one cure is not for everybody. Like some people need that 30 minutes of meditation every morning. Other people need a walking meditation in every at noon or whatever time your body needs it or your soul or your mind needs it. I don't think there's just that one shoe that fits it all. I mean, I just, don't beat yourself up, I think. I want to say this to other people because I did it for myself for so long because I'm not able to sit down and meditate for 30 minutes. Now I can do mindfulness. I can do, all these things I do before I get out of bed in the morning. But my meditation is literally a physical manifestation, just a movement meditation.
Sure.
And that's because I'm Liz. You're somebody.
Made like the whiz.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I used to
The
say
spirit
that.
of Liz made like a whiz.
Yeah,
That was your tagline.
I still
growing
am.
up.
It still comes to mind now and then.
Yeah. It's Beauty Palooza time. How good does that sound? And we are here to tell you how good it's going to be. Our friends at Infinity Med Spa are hosting the 7th annual Beauty Palooza. Save the date, okay? Calendars out, phones out, open up, let's go. On October 5th from 5:30 to 9:30, Infinity Med Spa will be having Beauty Palooza. What is that, you say? One of the most fun, biggest deal beauty events of the year. So let's go. They're going to have giveaways. Infinity does the best giveaways, the best swag bags for the first 300 people. I can attest to it. Go, win, save big. Fun, deliciousness, Oku, sushi galore. Bob Peters, drinks galore. DJ Vinny from the Panthers, music and moves galore. I'll be there. And the staff at Infinity is going to be doing live demos. So if you have a question or just want to check out a procedure before jumping in, go for it. All right, so we'll see you at Beauty Palooza on the 5th, but we're giving you one more thing. New patients, friends of the pod who want to try a service at Infinity Med Spa, get to use code HSM10 when booking your appointment and checking out. Tell them that the Be Powerful podcast with Liz and Lee sent you, and you'll get a special discount off your first service. Thanks to Infinity Med Spa. Let's go, ladies. Whether or not that's journaling, sitting still, for me, the endorphins of a workout always make me feel better. I mean, I could go into that studio with the number of concerns or worries or frustrations, and I'm always like, okay, after.
Which we all do.
But I do think there is a silencing in some way, even if you're physically manifesting. I mean, you talked about this by not putting your AirPods in when you mowed the grass, right? More presence of and less multitasking of going inward, even if it's through movement, even if it's through stillness, whatever. I think it's that stopping all the noise
or playing
and finding some sort of inwardness of understanding of how we feel, head to toe, top to bottom, inside out, physically, mentally,
That's what I did this weekend when I was with Aubrey, my granddaughter, and you know, she's just so funny. Anyway, so she's like a tweener, and then all of a sudden she turns into 7 and she's like, let's go ride the right ways. Well, we did. And by the way, there's a lot of seaweed down in Palm Beach, but we did it anyway. But it really turned into really fun play. And you know, that's to me a very meditative, just sort of like the water sport we were playing with. I don't know. It's a play, I think, is a really important.
Underrated.
For sure. That, you know, I'm just lucky. I've got a granddaughter and grandson in my life that now and then I get to play with.
And a young, half-wife.
And a young, hot partner. Hot and young.
I'm going to call myself a half-wife.
You're not a half-wife. You're a whole wife.
That's true. You just burped.
I did just burp
into your microphone. We'll see if they cut that or not.
Well,
Mother of dragons.
Also hungry.
She's a dragon.
I've literally gone from, you know, smoothie time to, you know, protein bar to here. And I'm just like, I'm hungry.
She needs more. Let's set you up for success. Whole fruits, whole vegetables.
Yeah. I mean, really. And getting back to the anti-aging thing, like you left last night. I was really happy.
Let's quit calling it that, because we're aging. We're not trying to anti-age. I like
that's a really good point.
The healthy lifespan. I've heard health span, lifespan. You know, there was a good guy on a podcast, Peter Attia, about longevity. You know, it's about the positive. We're not trying to stop aging. We're trying to age better.
Yeah.
Like, who's to say that what aging should be in a box?
I am. I'm going to be the person who says.
Tell us.
Well, I mean, I feel like I did when I was 29. So I don't know.
Do you really?
Yeah. I literally, mentally, emotionally, physically. Yeah. Maybe I've got a couple of things going on with my right hip that, you know, kind of tore a labrum about 5 years ago, but it's doing well.
Congratulations.
But no, I mean, sexually, that could have happened sexually well.
Sorry, I just want to throw that
all
in.
those things. Honestly, that's important. I mean, all the components of your body and in your soul and your mind. I mean, you want to be around people that not are necessarily like-minded. Now, all the time, you know, your main group of people needs to be something that literally you all lift each other up. But I love also being around people that disagree with me 1000%. And wow, if you can have a real conversation without trying to convince them or them convincing you, you have won the day. That's one of my favorite things.
No, we really skimmed the surface on that because you brought that up earlier in this conversation about surrounding yourself with more positive people that give you, the give and take of that energy is more equivalent, that keep your mind curious and active.
Right.
And let you be who you are. It's really
I think it's really important.
And call you out.
And my daughter sometimes says to me, why don't you have any friends your age? And I think I do sometimes. I mean, I do have a few that are maybe one. I don't even know. I can't name one right now.
Well, the Hilliard hotties.
My hotties. They're amazing. And they're really a group of people. Y'all, we'll talk about them in a minute. But yeah, I mean, I surround myself with whoever they are. I don't ID
Right.
them. I don't go, how old are you? Are you a boy or a girl? You're gay, you're trans. I don't care what you are. If these people bring something to the table at all, even if it's just a healthy personality or healthy attitude, then that's a great person for me to be spending time with.
Right.
And it just so happens that most of those vibrant people aren't really my age right now, but not the hotties. They're my age and older, and boy, they're amazing. We're going to go party with them soon.
I know. Shout out to the hotties. Shout out to each one of you.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know?
if you're, I'm going to die, I guess, at some point, but it'll be a shock, I bet. I'm going to go, wow, I died. And I want to leave behind a legacy of health and a legacy of kindness and love. And
You've already done that, and
talk
you will
about,
continue.
Let's put equal emphasis on physical, mental, emotional, sexual health. I don't want to be around people that don't want to make other people feel good. And I don't want to vote for people, by the way, that are trying to make other people feel bad about themselves. Let's get a little bit of positivity, as in not Pollyanna positivity, but open the conversation to, we all have different opinions about how to run our lives. Let's not be so judgmental of each other, and let's vote for people in our own governments that are not judgmental and aren't deciding when anybody should do any freaking thing with their body. Just had to say that one more time. Still wearing the choice bracelet.
On that note.
I said freaking, by the way, and that's a stupid word.
Fucking. Louder for the people in the back.
I mean,
Jeez.
I'm done with that.
We know.
I'm done.
We know
done.
we're going to not spew that hate.
Yeah, no.
That feeling.
No. We're all clear then.
Ooh.
So, okay. Anyway, what else?
That's all. I'm glad you're home.
Wait, I have to end off on that spewed out thing. I mean,
that's on you.
Yeah, but that's probably what's going to happen to me the day I die. I'll go, fuck. I mean, then I'll die.
It's okay. We're not talking about your death. I can't handle that.
or whatever.
Or mine, or whatever.
But can we just say that when people die, many, many times they go, oh shit. Don't you know that's the last words for many people?
I'm not real well versed in that. But
oh my God, damn it. Here I go. I mean, can't you just imagine?
Too bad.
I mean, we're all going to die at some point, and I don't think it really matters if we do that, but I think it will be funny.
Okay.
And I will laugh. Maybe I'll laugh to
This is
myself.
getting weird. You go somewhere else and write that in your journal. how you're going out, what you're going to say, but.
Well, I just appreciate life, and I see that death is part of life, and that live while we can, and then be appreciative. Well. That day you die, be appreciative, because it's going to happen.
Well, I mean, I guess.
But be healthy on the way. No, it's true.
You've got me a little speechless here at the end, but I like the way you're wrapping it up. It's great. You just go rogue and
I don't know anything. That's the only road I know is rogue. Road. Say that 3 times.
That's true.
All right, y'all.
Well, I love you.
Did we get through anything today? Did we give them any messages, to live by?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think we're good.
All right. Awesome.
Live, life, prosper. What's the thing?
Live long and prosper. It's Star Trek. I'm a Trekkie.
That was the message.
You don't do it this way. Spock would do this
to
or
you
that way. Yes.
So palms forward,
to you,
thumbs wide, pinky and ring together,
thumbs
pointer in middle.
This is what matters.
That's
it's a Vulcan. It's a Vulcan sign for live well and prosper.
Live well and prosper.
No, live long and prosper. Yeah, live long and prosper.
It is live long and prosper. Mm-hmm. That is the message today. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Live long and prosper. You didn't even do it on that hand. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Love you.
I love you.
Thanks for listening to us today, wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, you can now find our podcast on YouTube.
Yeah. If you liked it, please share, rate, and review. We love 5 stars. And we hope you'll work out with us online or in studio at HilliardStudioMethod.com.